Hi everyone, Vechs here, and today I am going to be doing something that a lot of people have been asking me to do for a long time now, but I haven't had a chance to yet, mostly because of technical issues, hardware related. I didn't have a good enough computer basically to run Fraps and MCedit at the same time. Now I do, and so now I can make a video of me working on a map. So today, and for those of you who don't know me, my name is Vechs. Most people probably know me as the author of the Super Hostile series of Minecraft maps. Now today, I'll be working in MCedit, and what you're looking at right now is the main MCedit window. And this is a normal Minecraft world that I generated right before opening MCedit, and this is what we'll be working with today. And I don't know, what do you guys want to see? Maybe an ocean with an island? That's what I'm thinking right now. It'd be pretty easy to start with. So let's get right down into it. What you're looking at right now is the main MCedit window, and from left to right you have the selection tool, the brush tool, clone tool, fill and replace, filters, import, you can move the player position, you can move the player spawn point, and then chunk control tools here. So the first thing I do when making a map is come way up high. That's the whole map right there you're looking at. That's all the chunks that were naturally generated by Minecraft. And what you're seeing right there, that spiraling pattern going outwards, is MCedit switching over to a low detail view because we are so far away from the terrain. Now I hope this holds up in the recording. This is the first time I'm trying this. Okay, so for example's sake, let's I don't know, let's make a 700 by 700 area. Sure, why not? So I have that selected, and the first thing I'm going to do with this giant box I've selected is just press delete, and everything is going to disappear. Excuse me. And everything is being deleted. So now everything is already gone. This red part right here that you're seeing is MCedit updating the chunks, but we can go ahead and start working while it's doing that. We don't have to wait for all of that to disappear, because as far as the editor is concerned, it's already gone, but the graphical representation of it has not been updated yet. Does that make sense? Okay. So now that we've cleared everything of, in hindsight, I didn't have to do that. Oh well, whatever. We've got our selection here, and do you see this grid pattern right here? This right here is the naturally generated Minecraft chunks. Beyond it, in this blue void, doesn't exist. So if in-game I went there with the player character, Minecraft would be generating new chunks. So what we want to do to get an area that's totally our own and not generated by Minecraft is select an area and then come down here to chunk control, click on that, click create chunks, and MCedit gives you the option to use the Minecraft server software to generate normal Minecraft terrain, but we're going to skip that and just go ahead and generate flatland. And now we wait. And I have to go ahead and tell you, if you're interested in making Minecraft maps, you better be patient, because working with very large areas is time consuming and it takes a long time for things to get done. In fact, the longest time I had to wait was about 48 minutes for MCedit to complete one operation. Although, to be fair, that was with my old laptop computer, which is not nearly as fast as this new computer I have now, which is hopefully running Fraps correctly, yes, and MCedit simultaneously without too much lag. Okay. So now we have a nice created area of our own chunks, not Minecraft chunks. and these are basically a single layer of bedrock and then air on top of that. So that's great. Let's make an ocean. So I'm going to click and drag and fly over here to the other side of the map. And there we go. And I'm going to use this tool right here, these nudge tools, and I'm going to use this to move the selection boxes. And if I occasionally call for sniffle, I greatly apologize. My allergies apparently waited until I started recording to start giving me trouble. So I hope you guys don't find that too distracting. Okay, so I'm going to select up and up. And I'm going to make my selection, let's see, bedrock at the very bottom. And then let's do, I don't know, maybe stone the first 10 layers. So I'm going to press the 4 button, or 4, which is the shortcut to this fill and replace. You could just click it like that. And I'm going to select stone and hit OK. And then I'm going to click fill right here. And then we wait, as usual. Again, get used to waiting, get used to having patience. If you don't, map making is going to drive you crazy. So let's see now. For the purposes of this example, I could go on and make dirt and sand and clay and make a more realistic ocean floor. Just for the purposes of this video, to save time, I'm going to keep it just stone. And where is the stone? The thing about MCedit is it can only render so much so quickly. So I'm just going to come over here to the area it has already rendered and double check and make sure that yes, indeed. Okay, there we go. Because you can see the selection of the stone layer that I've already put down, and I want to be right on top of it with the water. So I would like the ocean level to be at level 64. So below this we have, what do we have here? Yeah, that goes down to bedrock. So we've already used, this is 11 blocks in length. So 11. And so we basically want 64 in height for the ocean, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 up. And now I'm just going to select another massive area here. I probably could have clicked and dragged and done this faster, but oh well. And I might have to edit this to cut out me flying around selecting stuff, because that's not fun to watch. I don't know, I might leave it in and then just tell me in the comments if it is fun to watch, if you want to basically sit here and watch the whole thing. Because, you know, to be fair, that really is the whole experience, is, you know, waiting. And I know some videos are for entertainment, others are for more information. This video, I don't know if it's really for entertainment. It's more of a tutorial information video, so maybe I shouldn't edit, just so you can see everything, every little detail and everything that goes into making this stuff. Okay, is that selected over here? Yep, okay, I've got everything. Here comes the water. So I'm going to hit 4 for fill. And now, what is this? We have 2 types of water. That's odd. Why is there water active, water still? Water still is water that will not update or flow. If you take some still water and just stick it in midair and then go into the actual game, it will be floating there in midair. And if you've played any of my maps, you will have seen sometimes, especially the Race for Wool maps, lava or water that's just staying in its assigned lane, and that's because it's still water that hasn't been updated, and it's just going to sit there until something updates the water block, and then Minecraft looks at it and says, oh, the water right there is right beside air. I should update that and make it start flowing. And that's what happens. So we'll use still water here, and then fill. And there we go. That's basically bedrock, stone, and then water. So we have a giant ocean. And now we wait. And I can't even fly around right now while we wait. And there we go. Okay. So we've got a giant ocean. We've got, right in the middle here is a great place to make an island. So if you ever wanted to make your own survival island style map, I guess that's what we'll be doing right here. But before we start that, there's one last thing that I think we should do. Because right now, if the player gets on a boat and sails out to the edge of this, we'll get normal Minecraft terrain generating at the edge here, and basically the ocean will stop at a jagged edge. So we'll let them know that they have hit the edge of the map by giving them a boundary. So we're going to zoom way out, and let's start up at this corner and drag. Now that's obviously not much of a boundary right there, but what we can do is this right here, select chunks, click that. There you go. Now that looks more like a boundary, doesn't it? That's selected every block in those chunks, and now we can just hit 4 and then use bedrock, click OK, fill. That was fast. And I'm going to do the same thing for this part right here on the bottom. Select chunks, 4, bedrock, enter, enter, done. And I use a lot of keyboard shortcuts instead of clicking around on the screen because it's much faster. Select chunks, 4, enter, enter, done. And again, last side, select chunks, 4, enter, enter, done. Okay, now we have a bedrock wall all around our ocean, and we have stone at the very bottom, and we are ready to make an island. Okay, let's see how. You know, to be fair, it would be nice if you would render this for me. Hello? No, I don't want to render over there. Render here. Occasionally MCedit doesn't cooperate. It's still a wonderful program though. It was made by a guy named Code Warrior, and Code Warrior, if you're watching this, you are awesome. Just so you know. Okay, so we're down here back at the water. Now we need to, hold on a second, I'm still waiting for it to render. Let me change the view distance to 2, and that'll force MCedit to render right under me. It should at least. There we go. There it goes. Okay. Let's change the view distance. If you've got a slower computer, you can use this view distance right here to make it easier on your computer to run MCedit, and you can use a lower one. If you've got a better computer, you can turn it up higher. It'll go up to all the way up to 24, I think. Yes, 24. That lets you see maybe 4 times as far as you would normally be able to see in the game, which is it's really amazing to see the Minecraft terrain that far out. Sorry, I was rambling. Okay, island. So, second brush right here, the brush tool. Click on that, and this lets us place blocks. Right now it's stuck on my cursor, wherever my mouse cursor goes. So if, for instance, I left click, there is now a stone block right there. But let's get rid of that real quick. Let's make this water still. And a new feature with the latest version of MCedit is that you can roll the mouse wheel to offset the block position from where it is. If I roll my mouse wheel up, the block goes up like that. But I'm just going to do that, set it down, get rid of that. So the brush tool is your main tool probably. When you're making a map, you're going to be using the brush tool a lot. And it has 4 modes right now. And the main one is going to be fill. And I'll get to the others in time, maybe for a later video. But right now we're just going to use fill. And that simply places blocks into the world. and we are going to use the R keys and F keys to change the size of the brush. You see the numbers changing? That's making the brush bigger. See? Now, right-clicking changes the attachment of the brush. In this mode right here, it's stuck wherever my cursor goes. If I right-click, it's now attached to wherever I pan my camera, and I can use my mouse wheel to move it back and forth. So let's use, for the brush, let's use dirt. Now, before we start painting, I'm going to do one more thing, and that's to make the brush asymmetrical. Because right now it's well, it's not a perfect sphere, but it's a perfect sphere in terms of, using blocks. And you can see the length, width, and height of the brush. I'm going to roll my mouse wheel here to change this, and I'm going to hold down Shift to make it go faster. So there's a tall brush. We want a wide brush that's kind of short and squatty, like this. And now we can make an island. But I don't think that's big enough. We need it even bigger. So let me bump up the size of it a few more times. There we go. And now we can make I'm rolling the mouse wheel to do this, and it's basically snapped right to my camera. So I'm going to come in here and plant some, like that. And I'm just going to keep clicking around, and I'm going to use the W, A, S, and D keys to fly around like this, and it's still snapped to where my camera is. And I think because the ocean depth is so far down, we need an even bigger brush to make it look natural. So I'm going to bump up the size again. There we go. Is that big enough? You think that's big enough? Oh my lord, that's a big brush. Let's see. And it's actually taking a minute to render the brush itself. Do you remember when I told you about patience? Yeah. So I'm going to plant one there, I'm going to plant one there, and a lot of times I don't even see the brush itself because it hasn't rendered yet, but I know where it is because of practice, and I just place the thing down anyway. In hindsight, I probably should have made sea level not so deep, because to make this island look natural, we're going to have to come out a lot. And make the transition down to the ocean bed smoother so that it looks natural. Because you want a nice pretty looking map, right? And, if you're not familiar with MCedit, you're probably looking at my screen going, what in God's name are you looking at? There's like red stuff on the left, there's brown crap on the right, it's like an arc right here and I can't even see anything. Yeah, I see what you mean. It's something that just takes some getting used to, really. I mean, to know what's there. Let's just stop editing a second and let it catch up and take a look at it. Now, that's starting to look like an actual island, I guess. Let's see. Yep. We'll come back and clean up the top of this in a second. I'm just placing the raw mass of the island right now. I wish MCedit would run a little bit faster. It might be because I am running Fraps. I'm recording right now, obviously, and running MCedit. Both are demanding programs, and to run them both at the same time, my laptop couldn't even handle it. I mean, just forget about it. This seems to be going okay. We'll see how it comes out in the end. And if this records properly and everything goes well, then I can make more videos for you guys. Because I know that's been one thing that's been requested so much, is to make videos of me working in MCedit. Okay, do you see how the transition here, it's like it's flat and then it just bulges up into this bulging dirt area? That's kind of meh, but we can go back and fix that later in a second. I'm still just waiting for the rest of the island to hurry up and render. Let me bump up my view distance. Render. Man, it's not. Okay, tell you what, I'm just going to go ahead and save my work that I have now. Because I haven't even saved it yet, and it is important when you're working to save often, because you know, if the program crashes, or if your computer crashes, or if you get a power surge, or who knows, whatever, losing all your work is, you know, it sucks. It's a bad feeling. And it's happened a few times to me, and it's not a good feeling. So what you're watching right now is MCedit doing a saving operation. And what happens there is that it has to go in and calculate the lighting values through all the newly edited areas of the map. And because I haven't even saved yet, this is the first time I've saved, it's the entire map. And these are the operations that can take a very long time. And depending on how long this takes, I might cut the video and then resume it. Oh, there it goes. So now it's saving, and now it's re-rendering. The red is where it hasn't rendered yet, and it's updating the view on all of the chunks. Although this is kind of weird. This is actually unusual. Right here, I'm used to it rendering much faster, and I can only guess that it's because I have fraps running right now as well. Man, this looks like such a mess, doesn't it? Okay. Well, let's go ahead and clean up this edge here. Let's see. Make it a little neater down, a little smoother transition down into the water. And depending on how OCD you are and how particular you are, you can spend hours doing stuff like this, making everything look just so. I'm going to be a little rougher than usual, just because I am recording, and that's constantly, I can only record for so long. So I'm not going to be super particular about it, but you can just basically keep passing over these areas with a brush and touching it up for as long or as short as you want to spend time on it. Basically, it's really up to you. I try to strike a balance between having it look good and having things done on time, because when you're trying to make a bunch of maps, you can't spend a month trying to get one thing looking exactly how you want it. And I think so far most people would appreciate more maps coming out than having one map that's been obsessed over for so long. But if you disagree with that, let me know. Let me know in the comments if you agree or disagree. And like, for example, in Legendary, and this isn't there was a trap, an elaborate trap I wanted to make, but it was just it was basically calling in I'm not going to tell you because I might use it in another map. So I'll keep it secret for now. But basically it was taking me too long to make, and I just wanted to hurry up and get the map out. And so I had to put the idea on hold, and maybe I'll use it in the future in a new map. Anyway, back to the MCedit stuff. So I'm just coming around here, around the edges, making the transition down to the ocean floor look neater, a little smoother, because having a bulbous shape cut off into rock looks pretty bad. So right here, it's starting to look a little smoother going down. And what I really want to do is hurry up and start working on the top of the island, but I want to get this done first and out of the way. Let's go ahead and save that. The more areas, the larger area that you have edited before saving, the longer the saving will take. Because it only saves areas that you've actually changed stuff in. And you know what I'm going to do to give my computer a little break here? I'm going to come in and where is it? Graphics, and I'm going to turn on rough graphics and see if that can help run things a little bit better. This will get rid of the water transparency for one thing. I just thought it might actually be the, well, no, would it be hard drive activity? Because Fraps runs constant hard drive activity. So this is the rough graphics mode. You can see the water is no longer transparent and to see what's under it, you just fly through it, and then that's what's under it. And that's how that works. Tell you what, I'm going to stop the recording real quick and see if it will render in the map, and I'll be right back. Hi guys, I'm back, and yes, it as soon as I turned off the recording, it just instantly popped up. So there is definitely a problem with Fraps and MCedit rendering. I might in the future try some alternative methods. I might record to a USB hard drive so that the disk activity is taken off of my computer's hard drive and put onto another. That might help a lot, so I'll try that in the future. But for now, I suppose I could just temporarily stop the recording and come back if I ever needed to render a large area. But it was amazing. It was just I disabled the recording and bam, everything just popped up instantly. So, alright. So we've got a somewhat gently sloping island that goes down into the ocean. So it looks more like a natural island instead of having the alternative, which is just going straight down. Although I did use that for Sunburn Islands just because I didn't have room to make natural looking islands like this. So above ground it looks like this, and I think I might be able to turn back on, can I turn on transparent water? Does MCedit feel like cooperating? Okay, I just disabled recording again just to let it render. That might be the way to go if just to disable the recording real quick and let it do its thing, then come back. Okay, so we've got the base of the island done, sort of. It still looks kind of off to me, but for the purposes of this, I'm just going to move on. And I could spend all day making it look neat, but honestly, most players, for one, the water is going to be murky, and I really don't think they're going to go down there and critique the slope of dirt as it goes into the floor of the ocean. But who knows, that might be your thing. Alright, time for the really fun part. Up in the actual main island, let's get our dirt brush here, and make it a little smaller because we're dealing with a smaller area. And let's say, I don't know, meh, like that. like this maybe. Bring this area up a little bit. Meh. And you know, this is an island out in the ocean, so it shouldn't be too high. So another thing I'm going to do is do this, and then nudge up a little bit. And what I'm going to do is remove the very top, and then hit delete right there. Okay, disabled recording again, so it'd hurry up and render. And there we go. And just to break up the outline a little bit, I am going to come back and put that there, and I just did that, and you'll see why in a second. Because this looks okay, but not quite natural yet. So we're going to take our brush tool again, and instead of fill, we're going to use erode. And I'm just going to go ahead and make this, I don't know, 30 by 30. So anything in this brush, don't pay it. It looks like dirt still, but that doesn't matter. It looks like whatever it was on last. I'm going to bump up the strength once. Erosion is the awesome new tool that I wished I had had a lot earlier, because oh man, it would have made things easier on me. But now we have access to this, and this lets the terrain erode and look more natural. And so one of the things to map making is you just look at something and you just keep fiddling with it until you get it to look like how you want it, basically. Like, I don't really like how that looks right there, so I'm going to fill it in and make it a little bit smoother. In fact, I'm going to do the whole area like that and make a small mound here. And there, that's a reasonably natural looking, well, not natural because Minecraft usually doesn't make stuff like this, island of dirt. Yeah, dirt is a problem, isn't it? So that's the basic shape of our little custom-made island. You know what it needs? I think it needs a beach. So, super easy way to do a beach is to, how big should this be? Let's do a 17. Yeah, that'll work. And we're going to do a replace. So, using the replace brush, we are going to say dirt should be replaced with, can you take a guess? Sand. And we are going to enable the noise option right here to make it more randomized so the edge won't be so hard. And just going to come around here, around the edge of the island, and just keep clicking and turn all that dirt on the very edge into sand for a beach. Did I click it there? Yeah, okay, there. So, that looks alright. We have a beach now. We've got... this is again where I'm being really particular and just, looking down at it from above. I'm like, I don't like the way that looks. I'm going to go mess with it. I'll try my best to not be so OCD, just for the purposes to keep the video moving, because I can get distracted and just start working on something and I'm like, it's got to look this way, you know. Okay, so maybe we're going to use replace again, and in the middle, in this higher section, we could even have a stone outcrop on the island, on the middle of the island here. And maybe even have this section elevated. And I'm going to go back to fill, and I could click this and then pick stone. I'm just going to hold down the Alt key and then click the stone, which automatically changes it, which is pretty handy. And for some reason, I don't know why, I feel like making some sort of hill up here. Like, oh wait, I've got noise still enabled. There, turning that off. I don't need that. So some sort of like a miniature highland area with grass maybe on top of it. Yeah, I know it sounds odd, but you'll see. Don't worry. And I almost want it flat topped. I think I'm going to make it flat topped. Bam. Okay, and now we're going to make this wide, but I don't want to make it too deep, so I'm going to make it shallow, like that, see? And I'm going to go back to replace, and let's replace stone with grass. Yeah. And just look at it from, oh no, you can't see the edge from above. Whoa, whoa. What in the world happened there? The screen went blue for a second. That was odd. Let's fix that there. This almost feels like a mini golf course or something. I don't know why. So we've got our highland. Nice flat highland up here. Just for no reason. Let's throw down a boulder or two. And what should a boulder look like? Maybe slightly higher. A little bit higher. Like that. Some boulders up on top, just chilling. Just to make it look a little bit more natural. Let's replace some of the stone with gravel around the base, and use the noise tool here, and just click, 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 click. Well, there's nothing natural about this as far as naturally generated Minecraft terrain is concerned. I'm just trying to simulate the stone slowly breaking up and falling off and becoming gravel here down at the base. I know some geologist is probably looking at that and it's like, Vechs, that is not how a mesa like that would not form on such a small island. But you know, this is fantasy, so. And mostly I'm just doing this for example to demonstrate all these tools here. So yeah, let's go back to the fill tool and make it just one block in size, and grab some cactus. Oh, you can type it in. You can scroll down this list here of all the blocks available, or you could just type it in up here. And for cactus, I might type in CAC, and that's enough to get to it, and then hit enter, and there you go. So cactus right there, and I'm just going to throw down some cactuses. Not that cactuses on a beach necessarily make sense, but because it's a survival island map, I just want to give the player access to those. Where's the tall grass? There's the tall grass. And you know what? I want to plant tall grass everywhere, but it might take a while. So I think this might be a great time to show off a filter tool. So there's our, I'm just going to move, yeah, there's our map. There's our little island. And that perfect circle right there is getting on my nerves, but okay, whatever. No OCD, just keep going. I'm going to select all the chunks here, and yeah. So there's our island, and I'm going to go to the filter tool. And there's several filters here, but the one I'm looking for is Forester. Oh my lord, look at all this stuff. What is all this? Oh geez. Forester lets you, it's a script by a guy named DudeCon, so shout out to you. It's a really handy script actually. We want, what kind of trees do we want to make? Let's just do palm trees, but not actually make palm trees. What we want to use, it's easier if I just show you. So watch this. Roots, no roots. The wood material is going to be tall grass. The leaf material is going to be air, and we're going to plant it on dirt. Do you see what I'm doing? We want, I don't know, 200 trees, 210. The tree height is going to be 1 block in height. The height variation is 0. And we don't even want foliage. No foliage, just the wood. And so we're going to get a bunch of quote-unquote trees that are 1 block in height and made out of tall grass. That will be planted on dirt, and there'll be 210 of them. So I'm going to click Filter and watch it go. And look at that, we have our trees. So this is a great way to make tall grass everywhere, because the alternative is to do this. Click, 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 click. And, you know, yeah, you could do that, but over a big area that gets really tiresome and boring, and the result that the Forester script gives you when you use it like this, it's, you know, that looks pretty natural, tall grass on the dirt. And just for fun, let's throw in some birch sapling because I love these, and let's make a little copse of trees up here on the highland, and maybe some normal saplings. Oh no, not spruce. And why are these called spruce? I thought they were pine trees. Maybe spruce is a type of pine. I really should know that. I apologize. Let's put let's put some of these over here. And even though I hate farming them, I'll put in some spruce saplings on the other side, just so that the player can, if they choose to farm these kinds of trees, they have that option available to them. So there. So all 3 tree types are now on the island. What else are we missing for just a relaxing survival island map? Oh yeah, reeds. Let's put the reeds. Oh, I got a plan. Let's put them right here. And then, because they need water to exist, let's put some water right there on the inland. It's like a little tidal cove or swampy area. I don't know. Yeah, I actually like that. That's a swamp area, and swamps have clay. So replace dirt with clay. And let's make the thing bigger. And let's throw some clay down here. It's like a little swampy area. There you go. And you know what? Let's put some soul sand, because that's basically this game's version of mud right now. And let's throw some soul sand down here. There you go. And I mean, it basically is mud. Well, except for the scary faces on it. Well, they're not scary. They're super pixelated, but yeah. Okay. What else? What else? What else? What else? You can farm bone meal and apply it to grass to generate flowers, so I don't need to add those. The player can farm them themselves. There's saplings ready to grow. And what other natural resources do we need to put on the island? Oh, I know. Let's see. Um. Oh, I know. Oh, I know what would be nice. Let's. Oh, right now I'm hitting. I'm holding down Alt and hitting 2 because that's the hotkey for switching mode. It goes from brush mode, noise, hollow. It goes Alt 1, 2, 3, 4. So if I hit Alt 4, that's going to toggle the hollow tool on and off. See? So let's disable noise. Let's make it fill. And how about some vines? And let's just stick some vines on the side here. Yeah. So now the player can come grab these and I think use shears to farm them if they want. What else? What other awesome things could we put on here? How about a watermelon? Yeah. Yeah, that's right. A watermelon maybe over here by the reeds. Just chilling by this, you know. Right there. Maybe some pumpkins. I don't know. This is looking all right, right? Let's see. What else do we want to put? This is one of the parts where sometimes I've messed up in the past. And I sit here, rack my brain, trying to remember every block in the game that needs to be put down. Okay, that's all the plants I can think of for now. Flowers, vines, reeds, pumpkins, watermelons, and that's all 3 types of saplings, tall grass. Oh! I know what else I want to do, just to make things look neat. I'm going to go select all this again, and I'm going to bring up the filter tool, and instead of tall grass, we're going to keep the same settings. I'm going to use, where is it? Dead shrub. Instead of dirt, we're going to use sand, and we're going to do the same settings again, only this time it's on sand and it's dead shrubs. And so now we've got on the beach a bunch of dead shrubs. I don't know if you want to think of it as driftwood or algae that's washed up. Who knows? I just think it looks cool, and it makes the map more interesting. And yeah. All right. I think we're ready to start adding the underground resources. And in the interest of saving time, I'm going to do this super quick and easy. Let's a coal, fill, noise tool, height. I don't know, 10. Width, really, really wide. Yeah, really big. Lots of coal. And let's put this. Let's assume the player comes to the rock to start digging, and there's the coal deposit, and let's sink this down right into the ground. Let's put it right beneath the ground. Make it easy to find. There, so that's a massive coal deposit to dig through, and that's plenty of coal for. Oh, damn! Look at that. That I didn't realize it was going to go there. Well, that's going to be a pain to fix. Oh, wait a minute. No, it's not. Hold down Control. Undo. Never happened. Never happened. There's multiple levels of undo, so you can keep going back and back and back as long as you need to if you really, really botch something. So let's try that again, this time without, biffing it. Tell you what. Let's make it a more natural looking vein. I don't know why I call it natural. There's nothing natural about anything in Minecraft. Mineral deposits, I'm pretty sure, do not form that way. Coal forms in seams deep underground, not at the surface, I think. So, I don't know, it could. So there's a coal vein. I do like this type of deposit. It's in Minecraft. One thing I always wished is that I'd never have an iron mine in Minecraft. Iron was evenly distributed throughout the world in little tiny pockets, and the same thing with coal. You're never going to have a coal mine, and I always was kind of bummed about that because I thought that would be cool to build up the infrastructure in an area rich with resources, and it would be worth your time to build up, mine carts and rails and all that stuff. But it's really not because of the way the resources in Minecraft are set up. That's a lot of coal. But I mean, coal's not really a big deal to hand out like candy because it's unlimited anyway. Because you can just cook trees down into coal and have as much coal as you want. So mining it basically just saves you time from harvesting it. So anyway, iron is the next one. Iron's going to be slightly more rare. And let's make a giant iron vein underground. And let's make it really wide so that if you dig straight down from anywhere, you'll run into it and figure out where it is, because I guess I'm nice like that. I don't know. There we go. It's a lot of iron. And I use the noise tool so you can see that it's not a solid chunk, but it's got some randomness to it. So as the player digs down, they'll run into this and then realize that, wow, there's a huge underground vein of iron they can dig out. And for the gold, I don't know. For the gold, let's be a little more capricious. And let's do the gold like this. Almost looks like a corn cob, doesn't it? Let's just put the gold around randomly. Same level with the iron. So if you really wanted to, you can just mine out all the iron and eventually find these pockets of gold. Meh. Meh. Alright, so there's some gold scattered around, and even deeper down, let's put some diamond. And diamond, I don't know. What do you guys want to do for diamond? I know, let's do sheets of diamond. Now this is going to be pretty risk-free because it's all solid material down here, and no monsters will be able to spawn. So the player is just going to always be able to put torches as he tunnels and never see a monster in his life. So let's make things down here a little more interesting by putting some air pockets for monsters to spawn in. A little shorter. It doesn't need to be that big. So you got these natural cave systems. I don't know why I keep saying natural. There's nothing natural about this. And I also realized that it's solid dirt down here. And I don't know if it should be so much dirt. Dirt's not really super useful, and I think the player would appreciate stone a little bit more. So I tell you what, let's go replace dirt with stone. And what size should we make our brush? Let's disable the noise tool. Like that. Like this. Is that big enough? Is that big enough? I'm just going to go ahead and tell you that if I put the thing right here at the bottom, and I make it 128 blocks in height, attached to the very bottom of the map here, 128 blocks divided by 2 is 64. That'll reach sea level. So I don't want sea level, but I want it close. So let's use 95, and let's just come in here and get right in the middle and throw down this and click. And you can't see the brush, but I know that it's there, and I know that it will convert all the dirt up here into stone. And I'm just going to go ahead and save it because I know what it's going to end up looking like. And I think I'm going to briefly pause the recording to let it render faster for you guys. Be right back. Alright, and we're back, and it has rendered. And now everything down here, we can fly around in these caves I've made. It's all stone, and it's going to be filled with enemies, and that's going to make mining down here a little more interesting, I think, than just, mining into solid material with nothing really eventful happening. And there's one more thing that I would like to do. Let's use the fill tool. Let's type in lava. Yeah, lava. And let's use noise, and let's put in some random lava pools by the diamond, because you can have nice things, but it's more fun if the player works for it a little bit, Also, this will give the player some access to lava that they can use before going to the nether. I'm sorry, it'll let them go to the nether because they can get this lava and make a obsidian out of it. So lava, diamond, iron, gold. What else is on the list? Lapis, maybe? Yeah, lapis ore, sure, why not? Let's just stick this down here alongside the lava. Make a vein of it. Oh, look at that, that's beautiful. Alright. So is there anything else we need to put underground? Any other type of ore or block the player could mine? How about some more clay? No, I said clay, not air. Oh, derp. Spelling fail. And just so the player can easily find it, let's actually make it start in this open air cave so the player can come up and see this. And let's make it a little bit giant clay deposit right back here. That's all the clay they'll ever want. Look at that, that's a lot of clay. And even deeper underground, just because iron is not a renewable resource, and neither is diamond, way, way, way deep down here, let's put even more iron for them to find. If they need even more of it for like a giant, massive roller coaster or something. There you go. That's a big chunk of iron for them. And you know what? Let's do the same with diamond at the very edge over here. It's kind of out of the way, so let's put some more diamond out here. Does that connect to the cave? Yes, it does. Look at that. So that's plenty of, that's enough so that they can make some suits of armor, fall in lava and die, and still have enough left over for some more. Or, you know, to host an SMP server and have enough resources for everybody. And gold is actually renewable because gold nuggets drop off pigmen now. Or not now. Well, I'm on 1.81 right now because MCedit has not been updated for 1.9 yet because it hasn't been officially released. Same with some other tools I use to make maps. Not mostly too many items and single player commands. So I'm just waiting on them, and I would prefer to work with the official release. Alright, so there's the underground. It's got a lot more going on with it now. Got plenty of stone, plenty of dirt. Do we have enough sand? Is that enough sand for the player to just make all the glass they'd ever want? I don't think it is. So I'm going to come back and add some sand for them so they can come down here, and let's put it on top of the diamond. Why not? Meh. That's plenty of sand. Oh yeah, there we go. Let's put it right up here on top of this so that if they mine it, they risk having the sand fall down on them. Because that's always fun, you know. You have to try to kill the player sometimes by making the environment dangerous. You can't be too nice to them. Sorry. This is a tutorial. Keep it normal. Don't get all psychopathic here. I just want to fill this place with spawners, though. No, let's try to keep it like a normal map. Anyway. So, there's plenty of sand, and plenty of iron, plenty of coal. Good to go on resources. There's wood. So yeah, that should be everything. I don't think I've left anything out. There's gravel, yeah, for arrowheads. And for whatever other uses gravel might serve in the future. You know what? Just for completionist's sake, let's take and put a big deposit of gravel underground as well. Let's make it right here. There you go. There you go. That's all the gravel you could ever want. Oh, and you saw me pan in here, but it's hidden right now. That's because right now, let me go. Is it graphics? Yeah. Show hidden ores was turned off. Wait, it should show up. Why is it not showing up? That's odd. The diamond is showing up, but not the gravel. Huh. Weird. Anyway. So, oops. Let me pause real quick and let it render, and I'll be right back. Hi again. We're back. Let's see. So, there we go. Underground is pretty much done. Top's done. So that's a pretty basic survival island type map you got there. What else? Is there anything else we should add before we wrap this up? Oh, that's right. The spawn point. We need to set the spawn point somewhere on this island, and we also need to move the player to this island. And where should they spawn? You know what? I just figured out why I like the circle area. Let's make a little spawn point just for the player, so that they know. Yeah, let's elevate it 1 and make it out of something something that'll stand out. How about stone brick? Yeah, stone bricks. There we go. There's the player's spawn point. And let's move the player there. so that now when this map is loaded up in the game, that is where you will be. Yep. And I think that's it. Now, I might, off camera, I might go into the game and wait for these trees to all grow. I can actually use a single player command, which is \grow all, to force them to grow instantly, which saves a lot of time. And I might do that, but I won't record that because I'll just go in the game, type in \grow all, and then quit. That's all I'm going to do. So we're pretty much done. You know what? There is one more thing I think we should do. Let's get some air blocks. Let's make it, I don't know, 4x4-ish. And let's attach it to our camera. There we go. Let's turn off the noise for now. And then go in here and make like a cave. To give the player like some indication about where they should start digging down at. And let's just make it a little bigger. Let's make it a little wider. Let's click to make it a little smoother. There you go. Okay, there we go. Yep, that puts the player, if they start digging down from there, that'll put them hitting all these resources. And so yeah. And just because I like the way they look, let's throw in some more vines. Here, there. Just stick some vines in here. And if you misplace them, don't worry too much about it. They'll just update and kill themselves, and just pop off. So no big deal. And the ones that are properly placed, they'll just automatically stick onto the walls. Oh, there is one more thing, isn't there? Yeah. There is one more thing. Let's fly around in this cave system. There's a place where diamond is exposed to the open air in the cave. Here it is right here. One last thing I can't help myself from doing. I don't know if this is going to show. Is this going to show up properly in the recording? Me opening the import window. I'm going to click on import here, and I'm going to go into my spawners folder and grab a cave spider spawner, and let's just stick a cave spider spawner there. Because, you know, player's got to work for his diamonds, right? And just for giggles, let's put a, I don't know, why not? Let's put a blaze spawner right over here on these diamonds. That'll make things more fun and interesting. And is there access to pumpkin seeds on this map? Will the pumpkins turn into pumpkin seeds? I don't know if they will. I don't think they will. No, I'm pretty sure they won't. So one last thing. Where's the air blocks? Give me some air. Let's make a little indention right here in the wall. And let's put a chest. I've got a chest schematic saved. That is... It's basically a farm kit. And inside this chest is just about every material in the game that's farmable. It's got a sign. It says Mine Farmer Extreme Turbo Action Playset, ages 10 and up. And inside this chest, you can click on it in MCedit and take a look through here. And yeah, why is it showing up as unknown item? That's weird. That's really weird. Huh. Oh well. I'm sure it'll show up in game properly because I've used it before and it does show up. That's MCedit must not be recognizing something. But you can see the item ID right here, and if I was a super nerd, I would know from memory what these items ID were and could tell you, but I don't. So, but yeah, it's got all the farmables in it. So you can come down here and get your pumpkin seeds and then bring them back up to the surface and farm them. Okay, I think we're done. That's it. That is a little quick survival island we have made. And I could come and touch up the sides down here, but that looks okay, doesn't it? I mean, that looks naturally sloping down. And I mean, I could fiddle with this for hours and still probably not be totally happy with it because I'm picky. But there comes a time when you just got to move on, because really, who's going to come down here in the water and study the, shape of the slope of this stuff? There comes a point when you just have to say who's going to really care and move on to a new project, because otherwise you'll spend like months working on the same map and never get it released. And yeah. Alright, so I'm going to save it and put this. You can find this map up on my thread. It'll probably be down at the bottom, mixed in with miscellaneous stuff, so be prepared to scroll down to find it. And all the information that you need will be in the video description, so just pop that down and have a look at it. And thank you guys for watching. This has been Vechs, signing out. Hey guys, back again, just real quick. This is what the world looks like in game. I'm going to use single player commands here and use the fly function so we can fly around. And I want to get, well, no, I'll leave the NPCs in, because if Minecraft updates, I heard that the way NPCs will function will have changed, so it could be important to have all of these NPCs staying in the map. So anyway, I'm just going to use \grow all here. Grow all. Whoop. Huh. I could have sworn that was the command. Hold on a sec. Hey, I'm back. I'm stupid. Grow space all. Derp. Okay, and that's what it does. All the stuff on the map grows. So that saves me time from waiting. And what in God's name happened here? This looks like illegally placed. What made it poorly? Oh, can't place on clay. That's it, isn't it? Yeah, you can't. Okay. Alright, whatever. I'll just put it there. And we'll just get rid of this. You like that chicken? Does that look better? Did you just shake your head? Alright, fine. I'm underappreciated. So here's our cave. And yeah, there's the vines. You know what? I'm going to put fresh vines on. Vines might be something that's better to do in game. And just to be funny, we're going to make \reach 50 so we can reach stuff from super far away, and just put a bunch of vines here and update gravel while we're at it. And we're just going to stick vines all over this. Now that's a cave. I wonder if does the grow all command affect vines growing? Let's see. Well, we can always try. Grow all? Doesn't look like it. So now we've got our dark, spooky cave with filled with vines. There we go. Okay, that'll definitely attract the player's attention, because it is important, if you have an interesting area that you want people to find, make it look a little different and make it stand out. Give the players a visual cue to say, oh, I should go over there and take a look at that. Okay. What? What the frick? This is why it's always a good idea to take a look at your world in the actual game. Um, I have no idea how this cactus got up here, but let's get rid of it. That is weird. This cactus belongs on the ground. That's your home, man. You don't want to be up in the air. It sucks up there. It's cold. Okay, so I think we are done. Really done this time, as in like ready to zip up and put it up for download. So I am going to reset all the settings back to default. And if you use single player commands to help you make maps, that's very important to do. You need to reset the settings to default. And probably just delete the SBC settings file from the map directory before you zip it up for other people to download. All you really need in the map folder is that level.dat file. All the other information files are safe to get rid of. So, it's time to wrap this up. Our checklist: reset, kill, we're going to return to spawn. And this is also a good time to test to make sure our spawn point works. It's important to test these things. Yes, it does. And we're back here on the island. And very last thing, I'm going to do time day to reset the time to as if you had just spawned a normal Minecraft. And that's it. And that's really it this time. Nothing else to do. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. And if you did, let me know, and I will make more stuff. In fact, if you want to see something else, send me a message or post it in the comments. And yeah, let me know what you think. All right. Thanks, guys. This is Vechs, signing out.